Personal injury and motor vehicle accident injury victims in Newfoundland and Labrador will often have ongoing medical care expenses because they're dealing with ongoing serious injuries. Now, we all know that the public health system doesn't pay for everything. So many personal injury victims in our practice require ongoing physiotherapy, chiropractic treatment, acupuncture, massage therapy, ongoing prescription expenses, and other treatment and medical aids to help them recover, to help restore their function. Now, accident benefits is a partial solution. It provides a bank account effectively for medical care and rehabilitative care and treatment, but it doesn't last forever. It's also not an unlimited bank account set aside for you. So what do you do when accident benefits is over, or you don't have accident benefits at all, or you've run out of money through that account? Well, maybe you have private benefits plan through work or through a spouse. But what if you don't have that? What if you have nothing at all? Then you're going to have ongoing out-of-pocket expenses. You have to pay them or find a way to pay for them. But your personal injury claim should consider your medical care expenses and for all the time that you'll need it. Maybe it's days, months, years, maybe it's the rest of your life. Maybe you have ongoing medical expenses that will increase over time. Maybe you don't need it right now, but you will in the future, because as we age, we often have additional medical issues. And maybe it's the case that a serious car accident in Newfoundland has impacted or quickened the onset of serious injuries that need to be addressed through ongoing treatment and medical expenses. So, medical expenses cannot be taken for granted. We know that our public health care system will pay for some costs. So if we think of family doctor visits, hospital treatment, things like this, but that's really a small expense that's paid by the government. What about everything else? But what about the ongoing expenses that aren't going to be paid by the public health care system? And these could last a lifetime. Physiotherapy, chiropractic treatment, massage therapy, acupuncture, prescription medications, ongoing aids at home. There's so much, and these could last for the rest of your life. So when I'm thinking about a personal injury claim, and I think about, okay, well, the accident has happened here. They were very healthy before. They didn't need very much, but their expenses went way up because they had serious injuries and ongoing treatment. How much care are they going to need as time goes on? There's a lot of expense, and as people get older, care costs typically increase. So time passes, more expense occurs, and I have to make sure that my client has the money to pay for these things. And so once a personal injury claim is settled, once it's resolved, you sign the release, you have your check, you can't open your claim anymore. You can't open it up and say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that the hospital won't pay for this, or I didn't appreciate the rising costs of massage therapy or physiotherapy. Maybe you didn't realize that you actually need 3 sessions a week as opposed to 1 to help keep you in check, to help restore your function to the point where you can be there for your friends, for your family, that you can do errands, that you can keep going to work and earn a living. It's serious stuff. Your personal injury claim needs to consider all the potential expenses that are not going to be paid by the public health care system, and they are only increasing. So what do? We get expert opinion to explain why care costs are in fact going to go up and why they're going to go on for a long period of time. This is expert evidence, not typically just through a family doctor. We'll retain a physiatrist, a orthopedic surgeon, a neurologist, a psychiatrist. These are experts in their field, depending on your injuries, that can provide us with a medical opinion on prognosis, meaning what's expected in the future. I need to put a dollar value on this treatment so that I know what you need in the future. This is part of the right way to build a personal injury claim. The best personal injury claim, the one that leads to the fair compensation for you, will consider pain and suffering, all of your wage loss, past expenses that you've incurred, including for your medical treatment, but also future medical care expenses. For serious injury claims, for catastrophic injury claims in Newfoundland, the future care costs can be massive. They can be hundreds of thousands of dollars or even more. It's critical that before you negotiate any claim, be it a car accident or a personal injury claim, before you negotiate, you need to consider what you need, not just today or next year, but for the rest of your life that relates to the accident or the injury. If you have questions about how much treatment you'll need, how expensive it will be, how long the treatment will need to be, how long the medical treatment will need to be in place, contact my office before you start negotiating or before you go any further. Nova Injury Law represents car accident and personal injury victims throughout Newfoundland and Labrador. We are here to answer questions because this is what we do. I'm happy to give you answers. I want to give you answers. I want to educate you to make you feel more aware and more comfortable about what your rights are, what you're entitled to. Don't leave this to chance. Don't negotiate with an insurance company without knowing what's fair for you and fair for your future and for your family and for your loved ones. You have to do this right. So if you have questions for me about your personal injury claim, your damages, and what's fair, contact me today. You can reach us through the website, by phone, by email, by text, by chat, whatever is easiest for you. We'll get back to you with questions that are helpful and relevant. We'll do that the same day so that you can make great decisions about what to do next. Thanks for watching this video, and I wish you the very best.